Imagine a town where people dance themselves to death. Welcome to the dancing plague of 1518, a mystery that still baffles us today. Let's step back to a sweltering summer in the early 16th century, where an inexplicable event gripped the streets of Strasbourg, then part of the Holy Roman Empire. This is a story of madness, desperation, and a phenomenon that defies easy explanation. It all began in July 1518, under a blazing sun that baked the cobblestone streets. A woman named Frau Troffia stepped into the marketplace and started dancing. At first, it seemed like a spontaneous burst of joy. Her feet moved rhythmically, her body swayed. But hours passed, and she didn't stop. She danced through the night, her energy unrelenting, her face a mask of exhaustion. By the next day, onlookers were stunned. 4 days later, 34 others had joined her, their bodies twitching and twirling without rest. Within a week, the number swelled to over 400, a frenzied crowd caught in an unstoppable dance. There was no music, no festival, just the sound of shuffling feet and labored breathing filling the air. The people of Strasbourg were terrified. What was this strange affliction? Local authorities, desperate for answers, turned to the physicians of the time. These doctors, steeped in medieval medicine, had a theory the dancers suffered from hot blood, a condition they believed could be cured by more dancing. In a decision that seems bizarre today, they hired musicians and encouraged the spectacle, hoping to sweat out the supposed illness. Public dances were organized, and the streets became a stage for this eerie performance. But instead of relief, the situation worsened. The dancers' movements grew more erratic, some stumbled, others collapsed. Reports emerged of people dying after days without food or sleep, their hearts giving out, or their bodies succumbing to strokes. One chronicler noted a man who danced until he fell dead, his legs still twitching as if possessed. The death toll climbed, though exact numbers remain uncertain, with estimates ranging from a handful to dozens. What could cause such a bizarre outbreak? Historians have pieced together several theories. The most widely accepted is mass psychogenic illness, a psychological condition where stress triggers mass hysteria. Strasbourg in 1518 was a town under strain. Famine had ravaged the region, leaving people hungry and weak. The plague, a recurring terror, had recently swept through, claiming lives and sowing fear. Religious fervor was also at a peak, with preachers warning of divine punishment. This toxic mix created a perfect storm. People's minds, overwhelmed by anxiety, may have latched onto dancing as a release, a contagion of the psyche spreading from person to person. Another possibility is ergot poisoning, caused by a fungus on rye bread, the staple food. Ergot can induce convulsions, hallucinations, and a burning sensation, mimicking the dancer's symptoms. Though evidence is shaky, it adds a layer of intrigue to the mystery. As the crisis deepened, the authorities reconsidered their approach. By late August, with bodies piling up and the town in chaos, they banned music and dancing, forcing the afflicted to rest. Priests were called in to perform exorcisms, and the dancers were confined to their homes or sent to shrines for healing. Slowly, the frenzy subsided. By September, the plague had faded, leaving behind a stunned community and a legacy of unanswered questions. The event didn't just vanish, it lingered in the collective memory, inspiring artwork, literature, and debate for centuries. The dancing plague of 1518 offers a window into medieval life. Strasbourg was a bustling trade hub, but its people lived with constant threats: disease, hunger, and the church's heavy hand. The lack of medical knowledge meant doctors relied on theories like the balance of humors. leading to the misguided dance cure. This event also reflects the power of the human mind. In 2025, as we study crowd psychology and mental health, the dancing plague feels eerily relevant. Modern examples of mass hysteria, like dance manias or social media frenzies, echo this strange chapter, showing how stress can unite us in the oddest ways. What makes this story so captivating is its human core. Frau Trophia, the unwitting starter of it all, remains a shadowy figure. Did she survive? Or was she one of the first to fall? The townsfolk, caught in the dance, were ordinary people thrust into an extraordinary nightmare. One account describes a mother dancing with her child in her arms, both collapsing from exhaustion, a haunting image of shared suffering. Their desperation highlights a community pushed to its limits, a reminder of our own vulnerabilities. Today, the dancing plague is a footnote in history, but its echoes persist. It's been depicted in paintings, novels, and even inspired a 2021 study linking it to modern stress responses. A descendant of Strasbourg's residents might say, "This is our ancestors' strange legacy, help us understand it." We can honor them by exploring these echoes and sharing the tale. This story leaves us with big questions. Was the dancing plague a medical mystery, a psychological breakdown, or a bit of both? Could it happen again in our stress-filled world? If this bizarre history has gripped you, I invite you to like the video and share it with someone who loves a good mystery. Join the #EchoesOfMadness, challenge tag a friend to dive into more strange tales. Subscribe to Echoes of the Past for more fascinating stories where history comes alive. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Let's keep the mysteries of 1518 echoing through time.